missing works, and not just missing works. As in, they don't have. I don't know. They don't have a specific plan and purpose for the country. How can it be? You know fully well that election is coming up next month. You know, and beside, Obaseki is confused. You know why? You know why he's confused? And I will not blame him. He cannot leave PDP, knowing fully well that PDP was the one that gave him the opportunity for him to be governor, to come back second time. But he should trade with caution. No, and we are not. It's not the Edo people that send him message. He should focus on the evil party that he belongs to. But if he wants to toe the path of the people, he should. There's no bad resigning or following in the path of Peter Obi. It's very simple. What does it take? After all, the governor of Benue State is doing the same. Which other? There are so many people like that are doing the same. So is there anything wrong with that? So I really don't want to really talk more when it comes to all those local politics. The reason why I'm not even concerned about that in essence is that my own concern is for Peter Obi and how we can get him elected. I'm so happy with the movement and with the way things is panning out today, because people never believe that today we'll still be talking about Peter Obi. I know some people over time have said it before December they will go down. In short, it was when Big Brother Nigeria came up. Don't worry, all these youths they will fade away. Before you know it, when they were playing EPL, once EPL come, all these people they will fade away. World Cup they will fade away. Everything keep on growing. And they were even saying there's something like the youth in the north are not supporting Peter Obi. See what happened in Bauchi rally today. See what happened in Castina. See what happened in Gombe. See what happened in Kaduna. So I see no reason. See, it's only a blind person that will not believe or that will not see what is happening today. You know, and I bet you the rate at which Peter Obi is going to sweep these votes across the nation. See, even you and I that is here will not even believe. Because what I'm saying, there are people that are just there, the normal people, they are just, I use the word normal, like all those people that maybe they don't even care over time about election, they don't care about all this thing. But today, majority of them are waking up to the reality of life that this problem that Nigerians are facing is not only affecting one person, it's not only affecting the poor, it's affecting both the rich and the poor. So majority of them are waiting. I called Lagos 3 days ago. I was so happy that everybody, they all had their PVC and they've gotten their PVC already and they are ready to vote. And I asked him a few questions because they work in all those Tinkerland, all those area there. What is the feelers? What are the people saying over there? Say, my brother, don't say it to everywhere. Just ask anybody in Lagos, all those people working, all those they say they are saying obi every obedient. It's all of those elderly people that are having a political affiliation with APC and what's it called, Tinubu, that you see here then clamoring and all of that. Majority of them are even clamoring for the person of Peter Obi. Going back to this woman's speech, if you reason Niger Watch, for me, I will praise this woman. I will praise her for her to get the boldness to come out and speak out. We have many people in Nigeria who are privy to information. They are holding it. They are holding the information. If not for David Udein or something that came up with the issue regarding Bola Tinubu, most of us would have been able to, despite the fact that we are hearing it, imagine coming up with such a big information. He did expose about him. He even did a documentary. Let's leave that. Article Gate, it was somebody that came out. We don't even know if the person is even supporting Tinubu now or even supporting Peter Obi. We don't know. But he came out with Article Gate. With that, people alone have been able to make a good choice. I've been able to say, okay, I can no longer go to Article, even if I was thinking about it before. Now, this woman have come out again. Remember before now, this woman was the one shouting up at the heart, Shetima, harbored this criminal in his own government house. But I reason what the last speaker said concerning, you said Tinubu is mentally derailed, but you went ahead to go and join Tinubu. Yes, it's a very good point. But I'm also saying it in another angle that for her to get the boldness and know to expose this evil APC, the hate challenges of Tinubu, and Shettima being a sympathizer of Boko Haram and the originator, is something that is going to again aggravate, as in anger many Nigerians. When you hear information like this coming up, it will anger many Nigerians, just like what we are saying. If you watch, what we are saying is just a kind of replay. If you come in and you are showing a video of what Arise said, what the so and so person said in so and so place, we will come here and echo it again. The more we echo, the more people are now hearing it. So this woman is another person fighting for the person of Peter Obi, whether we like it or not, because he says so many things that even praise Obi in his manifesto. He even classify Atiku and Tinubu together, but she now came up with the issue of structure. That is her own analysis, no wahala. But the truth of the matter is that she herself has placed Peter Obi ahead of all these things. And the most important thing I'm only concerned about is that there are many Nigerians who are still thinking about, okay, should I go to vote or should I not vote? You know, this woman now coming out again have further exposed the reason why they should not be sitting in their own house. You know, can imagine you have a country where you have a terrorist, a sponsor of terrorism, of terrorist organization, whatever, coming and want to be the vice president. Somebody who is controlling Bullion Van, leaving people in his society and all that hunger, in poverty, want to be president of a nation. So this woman coming out, letting us know again, though we are aware of this thing before, but making us to feed that anger more. I think she should be applauded. I don't care if you should support Peter Obi or not. The most important thing is that the people that will vote Peter Obi, they are there. And massively they will vote Peter Obi. Just like what is just happening across the north, like other panelists have said. I never believed my eye that we have a massive rally in Bauchi today. It's something that I myself did not even believe that is going to happen. But see what is happening. See what is happening. And it's a game changer. And I'm so happy with the person of Peter Obi, because if we meet this opportunity, we will not have such a man again. How can you see a man will be over time? He even place a demand. If you see where I have 10% corruption, I will resign. Nobody have come out in PDP or APC. All they can say, he invested the hero in this and that. He is not condemning IPOB. Those are the only allegations they are saying. And this man have come out with that number to say that so many things about these people. And we Nigerians, I just want to beg each and every one of us, we don't have time again. Please, for every one of you listening to us, to everyone on this platform, call people back home. Give them reason why they should go and collect their PVC. It's very important. If you can add one person to the list today, you have done a great job. If Mr. B can add one person to the list again of collecting PVC, they have done a great job. Please call people back home. They might feel that, like what one woman said, she have gone there several times, she has spent her money, she don't have money again. There are so many people like that in your family. They don't have transport money to go and collect their PVC. Do you think they are joking? They are not joking. They don't have money. There's no money in Nigeria. Poverty is ravaging them. Please, it doesn't matter. 10,000, 5,000, whatever amount you have can go a long way to sponsor like 2 or 3 people. Take this 5,000, take this 3,000, go and collect your PVC. Don't worry. Once Peter Obi win, don't worry. I will support your business. I will do this and that. Definitely, yes. You can support somebody's business. It's not only money. There are so many ideas you can give somebody. Please, let's do that one. It's very important because we don't have time now. Please, thank you so much, and I greet each and every one of you for the great work we are doing. I know we should keep the momentum going. Peter Obi is coming. Thank you.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you very much for your submission. And God bless you now. I appreciate every one of you. I beg, make una help us share this broadcast. Make una like them. Thank you very much, my people. Let's take another break. No say we don't get new break now. We're going to take for here. So it's very, very important for us. Make we take this break all the time. I beg, make una help us share them, and let's do this together. Thank you very much, my people. I can see more people joining us on the comment section right there. Appreciate you all. Also use the dollar sign to support us. Thank you, thank you. Now God will
There's a
bless you.
response on this day that says Atiku Tinubu currently design has destroyed your bullion van plan. So the question is it because of the bullion van plan that Tinubu was saying all what he said yesterday? And tell us about, let's talk more about how bullion vans were entering somebody's house on election day in 2019. Because you see, we've not gotten to the end of that bullion van matter. If you correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure that there are polling units inside bullion van. What was money needed for an election day? Was it for vote buying? Until today, we've not heard the last of that bullion van matter, and they've also raised it now. What is this bullion van plan that the PDP campaign is saying? And what really happened? What was those bullion vans for? Did they just stroll to visit? Or what really happened with those bullion vans in the last election? Because there were pictures and videos there.
On the other question of the bullion van or no bullion van and all of that, I think that matter has been put to rest. There was no money in the bullion van. The bullion van that even came missed the address to have come there.
Okay.
It missed the address to have come there, and that was why the bullion van was...
But why was bullion van moving on election day? No, but I just want to get this right. You said the bullion van missed its way to come into the place.
Yes.
But that place is not a known bank, or was it a bank? I just want to get to the root of it.
There are some companies that have high staff that pay their staff with cash,
Okay.
right? That bullion van missed his way there.
Okay.
And it was not invited by Ashwaju or anybody.
Concerning this bullion van issue, there was a story, in case you can go and read it, in the Cable in 2019, February 23rd, 2019, that talked about your presidential candidate actually owning up to it and saying, yeah, it is that have I worked in government before? Have I stolen anybody's money? No. That if a bullion, because I'm responding to the fact that you said that the bullion van missed road, which a lot of people look and say, how can a bullion van miss road like that? We don't know GPS or anything. So just to tackle the argument that you made that the bullion van missed road, he acknowledged it. He said, it's my money. I can do anything with it. And it's his money. So there's no scrutiny on him because it's his money. But the scrutiny is, it might be for vote buying. What do you say about that?
Now, my response to you, which I had already done before, is that statement was made jokingly. Reporters met with him. I was there. I was standing not too far. Met with him, and there were a lot of accusations. If you know Ashwaju very well, he loved to crack jokes and crack people up most times. And he said that statement. Not that he owns it and all of that. We've seen pizza delivery van miss their road. We've seen high equipment van miss their road. And I've told you that it was a missed identity of address.
Okay.
Kai, hi, I go play this party. I go play and wait in election day. Kai,
As in, the thing that is making me laugh. It's so
Kai.
unfortunate.
Bullion van miss road enter Tinubu house. Then you now get to know that even the bullion van was empty. Then we dey see pizza van they miss road. Ah, God.
This is a very serious issue, and it's going to really affect them seriously.
Ah, God. The things baffle me. All right. Thank you very much, my people. Let's move on now to the next person here. The next person we have here is Busy Brains. Thanks for joining us, Busy Brains. Please, I'd like you to talk to us. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Niger Watch. What a brilliant program today. Well
Thank
done, sir.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
All protocols observed. I bring greetings to everyone behind on the panel, online watching this wonderful esteemed show. Um, I Today I've been working from home, and I while I was working from home, I was on YouTube. I was watching Arise Live. After I finished watching Arise Live, I then jumped onto Niger Watch, and I saw the banter at the end of the show where who is darker, Mr. Leftist or Mr.
Yeah.
Niger Watch. My My verdict is nobody wins.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Um, honestly, there is a lot packed today. A lot. Let me just start with this bullion van matter first, considering it just came on the screen now. That man is a disgrace to 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 his generation.
Yes.
A huge disgrace to his family. When I was watching him live this morning, I was seriously cringing. I was alone in my own space in the house, but I was so embarrassed. I was feeling somebody's around watching. It was like my own effort. It is that bad that a grown-up man, because of his stomach, will stoop so low and go and defend the indefensible. And you can see that he is blatantly lying. He himself knew he is blatantly lying. And it just takes one aback. But what that has done was to expose the rot, the deep rot in the APC camp.
Yeah.
That is the Tinubu campaign camp, the deep rot, people who have no scruples. They don't even know what the word integrity is or what it even means. It has never come near them. They've not even seen what integrity is from afar for them to know. When people say that this man has children, his children are watching, and I'm like, initially I was like, boy, he's a disgrace to his children. But I'm like, for a man, whatever seed that will come out from such a person's womb, I wonder if he taught them well. So can you see the kind of Nigeria that we are breeding? Can you see the kind of people that we are putting out into the polity? Can you see that no moral? You see, these are people that they say, well, a man that stands for nothing will fall for everything. These are the people. Tinubu scam with and Atiku. Today is just because we're talking about Tinubu for now. They will fall for everything. And you can see the likes of them, the likes of Dino Melaye, no scruples
Okay.
whatsoever. It's so embarrassing. And it is very clear that there are factions within the APC. Though we do not hear them, their own factions as such, we only hear the factions in the PDP, but it is very clear by what is happening right now that there is factions within APC and within the Tinubu camp and the Buhari camp. Either way, things are not right. And what it is showing us is that this whole thing, this APC, PDP, Baba Blue, they are both house of cards that is unraveling. They are both in a production that is titled The Theater of the Absurd because you cannot even script this. It takes me back to the to the to I'm going to talk about go I'll talk about for those who are not Christians, I would say thank God that God is God. If the devil knew what was going to happen, he wouldn't have crucified Jesus. And that is what we are seeing now. These two people, they think they are exposing themselves and paving the way for Peter Obi to go on the throne. All that is happening is for those that are on the fence, that are undecided, who have a conscience but are trying to toe the party line or trying to toe the religious line or the tribal line. This on its own will give them help them make their decisions quickly. Because not only did this bullion man come out here to come and embarrass his whole lineage, so also this lady, um, Is it Najatu? I can't remember if I got that. Hello, Na, Najawat, can you hear me, Mr. Najawat?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Yeah. So with this lady, I have to commend her. She came across very passionate, very eloquent, and knowledgeable.
You
And her
you mean
knowledge comes,
you mean the Najatu Mohammed?
yes,
Okay.
Najatu Mohammed. Yes, that's the name I was, yeah. She came across very knowledgeable, very eloquent. She articulated herself very well. And she came across very, very politically experienced and savvy. But her experience is with the old bloc. And what she did while she was trying to oil her own lamp, she exposed what's on the other side, where she was living, and also exposed where she has gone to. Why I query her decision, she could have just stayed neutral. She didn't need to go and join a camp. She could have just stood as a lone tree in the desert and be shouting the truth of what she knows. She will get more respect that way. But what I see right now is that she was just going for the bottom line, which is where it is going to favor me. But she knew by her own admission, she knows who the best candidate is. But because of one stupid, like somebody mentioned, I know I'm going through points that people have already kind of mentioned, but I want to bring about another angle to what she has exposed, which is the soul of Nigeria. You see, these cabals are not just fighting. It's not just them. They I always come across. I, there are external forces behind the internal evil people that we have that are trying to displace us. This Jackpot syndrome, where they've put fire in the hole that a rat, we are like rats, that they've gone to put fire in the hole so that we can all move out, so that they can swoop in on our resources. That is what is happening right now. And they are doing it in collusion with our own leaders, whom we have put in power because they've come once upon a time, every 4 years, to tell us, promise us heaven and earth. But the truth of it is, we are worse off than the previous government. With each time, from when Obasanjo was in power, we thought he was the horrible thing. But with each government after that, it has been taking us to a place of no return. Nigeria right now is at a brink. Time is running out. It is either running out on Nigerians or running out on the cabal. This election will determine. But bringing in Peter Obi, it means at least it has run out on the cabal. If Peter Obi does not, I don't even want to think about that, so I will not even continue with that train of thought. But just imagine, she has come to expose that this number two person whom we are seeking to bring into power through APC is involved in terrorism. I've heard it before, but it was just in passing, brandished. It wasn't on the media like this. I've heard it from somebody. I've never heard it the way it was said today when she mentioned it. And to the person who said it is good that it is being said, it is true. And at this time, this is what we need to re echo over and over, that it is these people that we have put in power that are behind us being terrorized. We know no peace. Anybody who has been in a situation where there has been unrest, where there has been semblance, I mean, in my own generation, I have not seen war. The last war that happened was the civil, um, the Biafran War. But I have witnessed a little of what was experienced in the Biafran War when Plateau State was on fire. Anybody that has witnessed a little, no matter how small, you will not want to witness another one again. And what is happening right now is pockets of trauma on our people by putting bandits all over. These are any human being that will join hands with whoever is demonic. They sit on the same table as the devil. The devil is even much more better than them because the devil knows the punishment that awaits him because he knows that there is God. He has seen God. But these ones, they are worse than the devil. They are worse than the devil. How can you perpetrate killing left, right, and center? And the other person who is gunning for the number one position is into drugs. There is no way that they can wash it. There is no way they can tell us that it is not, or it has stopped in 20 whatever. It is still carrying on. The people that really pay homage to this man are the Agberos, are those people who are, that he has put that he has conditioned in the life of crime. The way he is so arrogant that I was watching this morning, they were saying that because the PDP camp, the governorship camp in PDP are claiming to be intimidated by the APC camp, that the APC are defacing their posters and all that. And they came out with this arrogant statement that they do not have the time, I'm paraphrasing here, they do not have the time to be terrorizing people in a state that they have ruled since 1999, that they've governed. And I'm like, that is exactly it. You've governed the town since 1999, and that is why you've got everybody terrorized. You put everybody is in your pocket. You are the paymaster. You've got people like MC Oluomo or whatever, or Pomo or whatever it is that they call him, as his own bandit. They, so for this woman to come out and talk about the things that she said in the manner in which she said it, it is huge disclosure. Even if it's been heard before, the disclosure is huge. And this disclosure she has made is similar. In fact, it's similar, only that she did not have the length of time as the expose that Al Mustafa gave a couple of weeks back. So I agree with what a lot of the panelists said, that is thinking of her own personal gain. You know, she's thinking of her own personal gain. She already knew who the people with. She mentioned all the other 18. There are 18 people 18 parties vying for the ticket. All 18, she said, their manifesto is the same, is similar. The only one that is distinguished is Obi. So why go? Why go? Why go that way? Her values are tainted. And when she said something about the mental derangement, somebody mentioned about being journalists. If they cannot bring take this matter to court, who should? To be honest with you, I think as an ordinary Nigerian, we can equally take this matter to court, since it is in our constitution that the person must be of a sound mind. We as individuals can put it in court and query that there is so much going on based on what we are seeing What we are hearing, there are a lot of videos to corroborate, but we just want this man to come and tender his health records. Let us subject him to an examination for
Thank
us
you.
to know if he is able to take us to the next level
Thank you.
as a president, you know. Anyway,
Thank you so
and
much. Thank
sorry, just one more thing. There was something she mentioned. She said something about going to Tinubu to go and ask him what would he do for the North. That statement in itself, I don't, I find, well, I find it worrisome because it should be what would he do for Nigeria? Because it's not only the North that is going through um, attacks, attack on the people, the security. It's all over Nigeria. It's not just the North that is facing insecurity. It's all over Nigeria. But what brought to mind, what really hit me is the statement that she attributed to Tinubu about not wanting to be killed. That he said, that he can because of the powers that be. He does not want to be killed. Hey, Nigerian, what more do we want to hear? The
you. Okay.
powers that be. So, who are the powers that be? Who will want to kill him? So that brings me to my closing arguments where um Obi, I think it was Sister Rita that was saying, talking about his strategy, his campaign strategy, that he is coming out more strategic now. And I will also say that I like the aggression that is coming out now. That part, I think it's time now that they give them personal attack, attacking their integrity. Because what that shows me is his courage. Because initially I was like, why is, I mean, we need to say a little bit of attack. Is he afraid? What we need is somebody who is courageous. Because saving Nigeria, it is not a piece of cake. It's not a walk in the park. It is a matter of life and death.
Okay.
People's life will be sacrificed on the altar. Anyway, let
Thank
me
you.
close my I think I've spoken
No,
too much.
your
Thank you so
submission.
much.
Thank you for your submission. You said it all. To me, I like the fact that the lady came out to expose Tinubu, and all of them are
Yeah.
fighting themselves right now.
Yeah.
Yes, Tinubu is indirectly fighting Buhari. You know that because he thinks that the naira redesign was done because of him. You know, he doesn't care about what the people are facing right now. He also thinks that
Exactly.
the Saudi fuel scarcity is also because of him. So that's why he's attacking Buhari. So it's strange. I like it though. Let them continue to fight.
No,
Thank you.
honestly, it is fantastic. I'm here with my popcorn enjoying it. I can't believe that this is, it's like it is somebody, I can't believe that. I just feel like it is scripted. They are all playing a part. That this is real. It is really absurd, honestly speaking. Look at Dino falling down. That, I mean, showing their character. Oh God, these are people's parents. These are people's children. Somebody's child. Somebody's parent. Oh God, it is
All
so
right.
scary that
Thank you
we
so
are.
much.
Naija what?
These people
Just,
are
can,
really.
can you give me a
Dino,
second?
Dino is the height of stupidity.
A second. What
Never
Dino? What
see.
happened to Dino? Let me give an
What,
information.
What
When
happened?
Dino went to Ogun State for a rally, I think I have the picture somewhere in my wife and phone. What happened was what made Dino to really go all out, apart from where they're attacking his principle. In Ogun State, after Dino was coming out from the campaign, Tinubu camp went and paste Tinubu picture around Dino's Jeep all around. They attacked him in Ogun State like never before. That was why
I
Dino
would
what?
like
came
to
out
see that.
falling out.
I would like to see that picture, sir.
Okay,
I've
sir.
not seen it. Yes.
Yeah.
So that we can clarify it on air. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yes. The next person is Mr. Alex, but son of man wanted to come in. So, Mr. Alex, good evening to you. Would you want to go ahead, or you want to give him the time?
Yeah, let him say something. He wants to come in as he wants to say something, or he wants to come in like he wants to use my chance. I don't know.
I think he wants to use your chance, swapping.
Okay, if he's in a hurry, why not?
Okay, good. All right, son of man, go ahead. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Thank you, Mr. Alex. I just quickly came out of work to make this submission. I've been listening on the background since, and I think I wanted to make my own contribution before I go back to work. So thank you, Mr. Alex, for the time. So, Mr. Pansat, if you are listening, what I'm about to say is going to address some of the points you raised yesterday concerning discussing about the APC Muslim tickets. This lady called Najatu that left APC. So I've taken my time, not just what Mr. Nanja Watch played here. I took my time yesterday to do my own research, and I listened to all her exposés, and I find it very interesting. You know, she disclosed about how she has been poisoned, how she had to undergo a reconstructive surgery of her colon. She exposed, or she revealed, how her husband was killed. In fact, he was butchered like a goat meat and burnt. And she's 66 years old. So,
are you talking about Najatu?
Najatu, yes. I listened to the entire expose.
Where did you watch that?
On AIT. Go on
Okay,
AIT.
okay, yes.
Yeah.
I saw that, but I didn't watch it though.
Yeah, I listened to everything. So, with this woman, what she has experienced in the Nigerian space, she said she was born into a family of politics, family with influence.
Yeah, but this is a
husband.
story. We are not really interested on.
No. I'm coming, Mr. Nanja Watch. Please, let's follow me, please. Please, I'm going somewhere. She went to Bola Tinubu and she asked him a question. What do you have to do for Nigeria and for the North in particular, in reference to everybody in the North is just waiting to be killed or adopted or kidnapped? And Bola Tinubu responded with one question, with one answer, that he doesn't have a blueprint in terms of security for the North. And she said, why? And the response Bola Tinubu gave to her was that if he has a blueprint, they will not let him go. In fact, they might even kill him. That makes me to start to think deeply. Who are these people? Bola Tinubu is saying that if Bola Tinubu, has a blueprint to tackle insecurity in the North, that they will not let him, they can even kill him. And now we know that his vice presidential candidate is a sponsor of Boko Haram. But yet, no security agency has picked up that guy. And if you remember, Bola Tinubu took a while before he was able to choose a vice presidential candidate. Therefore, looking at everything that has happened and transpired, and everything that continues to happen, I suspect, and I'm of the opinion, that Shetima was somebody that was imposed on Bola Tinubu by the so-called people that are in charge of insecurity and are responsible for insecurity in Nigeria. And that is why Bola Tinubu said he does, even in his manifesto, does not have anything blueprint about tackling of insecurity in the North. And when that question was put forth to him, he said, if I have a blueprint, they will not let me go. They might even kill me. That's from quoting Najatu. So this woman has made it clear. She never said any bad thing about Peter Obi. She knows that Peter Obi is the right person. But I want to believe that with her experience, the things that she has suffered, personally and as a family, and person from the inside that knows more than you and I here on this platform, she can, if she comes out and say, I'm going to Peter Obi right now, they can even eliminate her. So she's
Then why
been,
didn't she stay neutral then? Why did she
she's
choose?
neutral. No, she's neutral.
No, she's not. She
No, no,
says she's
On,
she's not. She's not.
on the interview, listen, on the
It's
interview that I
not my
watched,
brother. We just played it here. There's no need to argue over that. She's for Atiku. She said she's for Atiku. She preferred to choose Atiku, the devil, rather than choosing Tinubu.
The
So
deep blue sea.
exactly.
I agree that you played it here, but I am not making up the video that I watch, and you
No,
can go back.
that's what I'm saying. But we also played the recent. The one you watched was yesterday. The one we played is today. The one you watched was AIT. The one we played is today in Arise. She choose Atiku. Even Rufai asking her. Then, if you are saying Tinubu is this and that, why Atiku? Then she started blabbing.
Okay.
Rufai
Well,
tackled her
You see,
today. So,
can I please interject? You see what she has done. I get where you are coming from, but what she has done, she should have stood neutral. She should have stayed
my
on
sister,
her
my
own.
sister, you are very correct. Let me tell you, things change within 24 hours. If you go and listen to the interview she had 2 days ago, what she said was that she was going to be neutral. That the candidate that she was supporting in somewhere in Gombe or this thing is an APC woman. The candidate that she's supporting in Kano is NNPP. So she's going to stay neutral. She doesn't want to belong to any political party. This was what she said 2 days,
No,
24 hours or 48 hours ago. Then if she's
no,
coming
no,
back
no, 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 no.
48
Even
hours
that
to say
yesterday,
something different, there might be something that I'm telling you. I don't that I played to you what this lady has gone through in her personal dealings and ordeals in the political space of Nigeria. So, but let us go from her submissions. She knows that P2B stands tall, and I'm not
She
going to
said
be
it.
surprised. Yes, I'm not going to be surprised if on that day she goes to the polling vote, just like what Ngige said, that he stormed. He will use it and cast his vote for his candidate of his choice. Because I don't believe that anybody that means well for Nigeria, especially with what this lady is asking, what is the blueprint you have for security in the north? Because everybody in the north is waiting to be killed or kidnapped. And I know that she believes that P2B, because Atiku does not have that solution, because he belongs to that cabal. So, but I don't want to go into her mind. I'm just breaking down the politics, the dirty politics of Nigeria. And that is how you see things change within 24, 48 hours. But at the end of the day, we know who is the right candidate.
son of man, please hold on. We have Almo Yeskona on the phone. Almo Yeskona, go ahead, talk to us.
Yes, sorry about that, Mr. Elvis. I know Mr. Gingerbread Man was in the middle of his conversation. So all I just want to say is this. If the woman has decided, I know she chose to go with Atiku. I know she's moved to the PDP. There's good reason for it because based on the Atiku gate that's been circulating, they make threats against anyone who does not side with Atiku within their caucuses. So I understand why the woman will come out and say she's supporting Atiku. However, it's still a dangling question. Everything that the woman has gone through, I have no doubts she went through it. I have no doubt that her husband was, killed in such a gruesome
Please make it
manner.
within a minute, please.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to round up now. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is if that is the case, then she should just not say anything or choose any party.
Exactly.
She can be neutral. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Omoye. And I'm not a spokesperson for this woman. But one point I want to conclude with this topic is that sometimes the best damage is done from within. We see what is happening in PDP and APC spaces now. It is coming from within. So if we have somebody that thinks that our candidate is the best, we have no problem. Go within those other two satanic parties and destroy them and fight for us from within while we continue to promote higher. That is my conclusion for that topic. This second topic, I don't know, Mr. Nanja Watch, I came across a video, where this guy in diaspora said, we in diaspora, we know that we are not going to vote, but we certainly can supply votes. And he gave an analysis, which I'm going to try and repeat because I have followed such and I want to encourage everybody to do so. He said that, by estimation, there are about 6 million Nigerians in diaspora. let's say 50% of those 6 million, you know, are going to support P2B, which I know that we are more than 50%, but let's say 50%. So we have 3 million people. If 3 million people in diaspora can sponsor 3 votes, just 3 people to vote for P2B, 3 times 3 million, that is 9 million. And I want to go further by saying that if those 3 people, you encourage them to encourage 1 more person, that means another 3. That is 18 million. Therefore, I have mobilized, I have looked into my family to inquire if I have 3 people that I'm very sure 100% are going to stamp their vote for Mr. P2B. And I found out that I have more than 3. And I want to encourage us that we should do the same. In fact, if you can mobilize more than 3, the better. But owe it a responsibility to mobilize just 3 people. 3 times 3 million, we have 9 million. Charge them further to mobilize 1 more person. You see how the numbers are climbing up. And because without people going out to vote for us, all our efforts online, bringing out information and revelation will be in vain. And I don't want it to be in vain. Lastly, Mr. Nanja, I know that you received my message. And I want to put it on air so that you can let us know, so that because I know that you're a busy man. We would like to know how the camera people that we have secured that are going to be an eye for Nigeria Watch at the polling units. You know, we would like to know how they are going to contact you and be in contact with you so that they can be ready to go on that day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I'm going to be referencing back to the video shortly, but I'd like us to hear from Mr. Alex first. Thank you very much, Alex, for joining us. Please talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Thank you, the Najawash technical team, for your
We don't
work.
miss you. We never see you for like how many years now?
Yes, I'm so sorry for my sudden disappearance. It was beyond my control.
And
it was just an extempo and impromptu activities. It's my sincere apologia to everybody.
That's fine. Good to have you.
But that doesn't change my status quo ante bellum on the Obidati movement. So I'm still with everybody's spirit, body, and soul. So that's it. First of all, I don't want us to be distracted. What is the nomenclature of that woman from the north who is sounding vuvuzela? Can somebody help me with her name? Is it Najatu? So for me, I don't.
Najatu Mohammed.
Yes. I don't have issues with people coming around at this zenith or at this apogee of the campaign activities. No, I have no issues. But when you jump out, adventitiously or spontaneously, seeking attention, for me, that I have issues with that. The movement has been on. We have worked so hard, both on ground and both in the media. Nigerians have taken this matter into their hands for the past 6 months or so or more. When they called us that we are 5 people in the media, where was Najatu? When they said we will run out of steam, where was Najatu? If she's coming to join Obi movement, no problem. If she's destroying our party, no problem. But we shouldn't let that be our vabagogiko colloquy, our nitty-gritty just now. We should be focused. Leave these people alone with their cacophony. We don't need them with their ola baloo. We don't need them. We appreciate what they do, just like the G5 have done the damages also. We can't continue to analyze, characters that just want to steal the spotlight that we have all labored for. We don't need distractions. If you want to join the queue quietly and take Obidati membership card and join the train. It's a movie train, gentlemen and ladies. So we don't need people. Where was this woman when Deborah was killed? Where was this woman when the train, Kaduna Abuja train was kidnapped? Where was this woman when Obi started? When he was looking for a vice candidate? Where was this woman when Obi was written off? We don't need these people. My dear brothers and sisters, we have done a lot. We shouldn't entertain side distractions. They will all come. You will see them coming. Don't be surprised. A week to election, Dino Melaye or what was the other guy's name? FFK will also come and say his own, that he's not working with Tinubu or working with Atiku again. Are we going to make that our colloquy, our topic? So it's good that we hear them out, that we see them dance naked, we see them dance the political macabre dance, but we should set the goal straight. We should continue to persevere. We have a mission. But let me sound a warning, like the Zimbabwean Harare, to the political class of this country. We are not fools. Whether you like it or not, is not what you want to hear, my dear brothers and sisters. Nigeria is like a ticking time bomb. The monsters they've created have all grown up. The lack of investment they did, the repercussion is here before their eyes. The lack of job opportunities, the lack of electricity, the money they stole to foreign banks, the repercussion has come. You cannot sow beans and expect to reap cocoyam. Even China with their technology cannot do that. Brothers and sisters, Nigeria is a ticking time bomb. This election will be the beginning of a new Nigeria, or it will be that force that will just ignite the much postponed doomsday. I'm not a prophet of doom. The war is coming, dear brothers and sisters. The academians in America, in the Middle East, the great scientists of the Chinese or the Asia Tigers, they've made these postulations over the years. By the grace of God, I was a student of history and political science at the University of Benson in the Hausa University. I did my youth service in Delta State. Luku precisely. My PPA was in Ashaka. I was in that local government for 1 year. So when we talk, we're talking from the social scientist perspective. You cannot be doing evil to a set of people and expect it not to backfire. Why are the citizens running away? These are signs of war. People run away when they see signs. People don't even know why they are running sometimes. They know it's not comfortable for them and their children anymore. Till now, we don't even know what happened at the Kuje prison, a whole federal maximum security outfit. Nobody wants to talk about it. The billions borrowed in our names, where are the monies or where are the projects? So for me, we shouldn't pretend that Nigerians are fools. Children born in 1999, like I always say, are all grown up and they are demanding answers. They're asking questions. We are not the one to make them fight. They will naturally pick up fights against the leaders. I see a bloodbath coming against these political leaders. It will be a Nigerian project, not Eastern or Northern project. There will be a great awakening, like it's already happening now, for self-determination. Everybody want to go, because no woman wants to continue to be in an abusive marriage. Nigerian citizens are in abusive relationship with their leaders. They are being abused. They are being killed. They are being cheated. They are not giving job opportunities. They are not giving a chance to thrive. No loans to support their entrepreneurial skills. You must know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody before you can become somebody. Peter Obi is the only light, the only little thread that we have now. You may argue with yourself. You know within your heart, this is the truth. All the presidential candidates, apart from Showore, who can you use to compare Mr. Peter Obi just now? For me, we have to be very careful. Don't think of manipulations, APC. PDP, don't even think of it. Because you've had opportunities to rule this country. 16 years now, 8 years, respectively. What has been the results? So, don't think Nigerians are fools. We will not continue to play the grass that suffers when Two animals are fighting. No, no. People want to live. People want to defend their land. So why is nobody arrested in so-called, how long are we going to be fighting internal security? There is no insecurity in Nigeria. Tell that to Najatu. I like what she did. But for me, either she's coming to join the ideology of the Mr. Peter Obi. Right now, we are not negotiating with anybody. She's just part of them if she's on the side of Atiku. Because they are just like, you know, a twin, like the twinglet drummer twin DD. They are the same. Brothers and sisters, no, there is no time for these wicked men and women anymore. This election, he said that they just allow it free and fair and let the winner be declared. They should not repeat the chief. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes,
okay. They should not repeat. Yes, they should not repeat the chief MKO Abiola's saga. It's not going to go well. So, brothers and sisters, I may not put it the way you want it. The point is this. Please, people are suffering. As we speak, many families can't feed. Many can't drink water. Many can't travel. Many can't go to their farms. Many can't access nothing. You just expect them to, you just keep speaking English to them. You just keep talking to them, speech by speech, borrowing of money. Your children are living abroad. You go abroad for medicals. What is working in Nigeria? What? Tell me. So guys, let me go to my governor in Edo State. One of the reasons I came on board, because I live in Benin, I live in Edo State. I don't like it when people are so useless. If not the shamelessness of our governor in Edo State. Normally, being a governor for 7 years, Edo State should not be the citadel, should not be the urgent stable of Mr. Peter Obi coming up. Because of the frustration of the Edo citizens, this is why they are the forfeit origo to start the Obi movement. I stand to be corrected. Edo State has been exposed to wicked leadership. Obaseki went to Delta State to go and tell them, shamefully tell them that Edo and Delta are one, historically okay. What has he given to Edo State people? He should be ashamed of himself that we have massive Obi followership in a state where he has been a governor, which goes to show you the magnitude, the magnitude or the colossal failure of his administration. Number one, the 13% derivation money, 17 billion naira according to him. He has not come out to address it to Edo people. The Fulani oligarchy arrangement he had with the Fulanis. They invaded Edo State. They killed people. Videos, pictures were flying everywhere. My governor never came out. Yet he went to Delta State to go and announce for 1.5 million votes. As we speak, my dear brothers and sisters, farmers are not in the farm in Edo State. They can't go to their villages. Fulanis are now avid colonies in our express road in Edo State. While other states are fighting back with the little they can do, addressing it, visiting people whose family members were killed. Our governor is too posh to visit people who lost human beings, citizens. Human beings like you that voted for you when you were thrown in the cold, people who gave you shelter, who gave you clothing. You unleash killers on them. Ask me, let somebody ask me, or let somebody prove me wrong. Which family has Obaseki and or his government visited that lost somebody to these Fulani killings in those states? Quote me wrong. No one video can surface. Nigeria was, I dare you. I know you are good in bringing out facts and figures. Bring me one video where our governor visited a family member that whose family members were killed by these Fulani killers. Yet, he is the #1 citizen of the state. He receives security vote from 400 million to almost 1 billion naira. He does not care about those things. As we speak, in my state, 1,300 buildings are being a mark for destruction. They not call him demolition governor. Even Russia and Ukraine war, they've not bombarded 1,000 buildings. But in Edo State, people's houses, diasporans, they are not killing themselves Edolites abroad. They are committing suicide allegedly abroad. And he went to go and ask for vote shamelessly. If his government was really delivering the dividends of democracy, in terms of job creation, in terms of security, in terms of job opportunities, in terms of agriculture, in terms of youth empowerment. Obi movement will not have a strong root in those states. Edo State will be the only state that will vote anywhere the governor goes, or he will come and join the movement as a leader that loves his people. So, brothers and sisters, don't believe Obaseki. For me, he has become the greatest Maradona, the political Maradona I've seen in my life in Edo State politics. A governor that's a governor that will sit down and move scot-free like nothing happened when citizens are bleeding, asking for questions. So, gentlemen and ladies, Edo State is fully obedient.
What can you say?
I believe Delta State is fully obedient.
Mr. Alex.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
What can you say about Obaseki saying that people should go and vote on the 25th of October? Did you hear that today?
Yes, I get it. Yes, I got that. People definitely are going to vote, but they are going to disappoint him. He knows.
No.
And those are very smart people. They are very.
You didn't get my question. Obaseki said people should go and vote on the 25th of October.
Oh, October, not February.
Okay, let me read that part again. 1 minute.
Delta now one. So they're sending message from Edo today. Say they can tell you now, say now PDP now road day. Una know say we go the other side for Edo before. When we did there, we still say no road for APC. Now PDP now get road. And PDP, when won't give us the next president and our own Peking as the vice president, we not feel leave them. So not be saying we not go win. We go win landslide. What I can't tell you now, be say Edo and Delta don't agree. So we must give Atiku and Okowa 1.5 million votes. Una agree? No. So don't forget, October 25th, all of us.
Okay, I guess you don't hear him when he say October 25th.
Yes, and Nigeria was, yeah, I don't know what to say about that, because when you lose touch with human beings, when you don't relate with them, such things happen. I'm not saying anybody can make mistake, but the greatest pain I have, that I've always had, almost since I joined this platform, I have never seen, unless what I was taught or what we were taught in school was wrong, that leadership is about protecting people, loving people, improving on the lives of people, intervening on people's situation, taking care of pregnant women, empowering market women, people you use for campaign, protecting the investment of your children who live abroad. Those are the diasporans that came en masse, voted for you. Leadership is all about building people and building structures, verifiable structures. Edo State government have audio development, audio only on TV, only on social media, with a few recruited young people who are working for him. I'm very happy that history has a way of coming back. So, my dear brothers and sisters, Edo State is under siege as we speak. Latest, the same governor asking for 1.5 million votes from Edo State and Delta State has already taken over another community, a vast land. They are weeping, they are crying. He does not care. Very heartless, very emotionless human being. This is the #1 governor I've seen that don't visit marketplaces to ask people how you are doing, that don't pay that suppressed thing in leadership to schools, to children, to take pictures with them and tell them, I am your governor, I'm with you. The first governor that don't inspect projects apart from demolition exercise. The first governor that don't care about the young people's feeling. He just recruit a few people and he bring them on the media to paint a picture to you in diaspora to let you know all is well. All is not well. The road he fixed 2 years ago, many of them have gone bad. We don't have a meaningful project. Edo is still the same. It's 10 years backward. When you are coming from Lagos, as you are entering Benin, it's like you are entering a village. I'm from Benin. I don't have I will not take interest in putting down my own state. But we have to be honest here. Will you believe such a governor that has no human feelings, that cannot do a press conference, that his citizens are being killed? Am I not a human being? I am a human being, I'm a citizen, but I'm saying it. I have nothing to gain. I don't work for anybody. In fact, I hate PDP. I still hate APC. But I want the dividend of democracy that you promised. Where are the 200,000 jobs you use the campaigning? Where are the mini stadia you promised to build in every local government? Where are the medical units you promised to build in every local government? Where are the youth empowerment program, the so-called Edo Best or Edo Worst? Where are these things? They are all existing on YouTube, on ABS TV, ITV, on channels, on radio programs. And it will still come out like nothing happened. That's a mark of a criminal. They are never remorseful. I've never seen my own governor cry in spite of the killings in my state. You will see some leaders, they'll be crying. They'll be shedding tears, wiping their face. They'll visit crime scene. I've never seen my governor in a crime scene, apart from the last time when the train kidnapping took place. It was even the deputy governor that was there. So I'm not just talking. I'm talking because it's paining me. And this guy is looting money. I saw in the news last 3 days, he said he has used $150 million to control flood. On who? Flood from where? Which state? Is there another Edo state? $150 million. They are using Edo state as a cartel. I'm talking as a neutral person. I don't belong to anywhere. I'm just an Edo person who wants to speak the truth, who needs justice. I'm crying to the whole world. Once this governor finishes leaves his tenure in the next few months, he should be arrested and interrogated on how he has led Edo state, the past 8 years. Okay. Because you cannot believe such a man who is telling people to vote for Mr. Atiku, to continue the Fulani killing spree nationwide. Almost I can never release a statement about the killing of Deborah up to now. So don't believe such a person. Don't give him your vote. He's fighting somehow with the royal family over many activities. And he has led governance now. So guys, I just want to let him know the kind of person you are dealing with in my governor. He's my governor. I feel ashamed saying this, but it's the truth. You may hate me for this. I don't need your friendship. But I'm speaking for the poor people, speaking for the farmers, speaking for the students, speaking for the pensioners, speaking for women in the market who are being double taxed, triple taxed by mafias who are making remittance to the government house. Don't believe our governor is not a good governor. He's not a good leader. He's not an honest man. When it rains in Edo State, okay, Edo is always covered in flood. Why didn't he make that comment? And let me go round up. Why didn't he make that comment that he controls flood with $150 million during rainy season? Why is he making that comment in dry season? Because everywhere is dry now. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I want to round up by saying Obidati movement is the answer Edo people needed, and they've passed the message to the whole Nigeria and the whole world. Nothing can stop it. I'm happy now that a lot of the cabals, like Obasanjo and the rest of them, even the Southerners of Sokoto, even the Northern Caliphate, some of them are also coming out to say, on Obi we trust. Taraba, people are saying it, on Obi we trust. Kanu, everywhere, Sokoto. So guys, don't be distracted. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay. And let's don't divert every single thing. Go beneath those states. All right. You can always talk about those states, but don't make it as make 90% of your contribution to be a those state matter. You know, we have other topic here, and most people watching, their keen interest here and why they are here is because of the title we have there. When you are diverting, is allowed, but when you are not diverting with 90 to 95% of your contribution to one particular place, then people get fed up and start leaving. If you notice the people that were watching, when you switch straight to Edo, people started leaving. You know, because the people that were watching before you came in, they came in because of the title. So, and they are here because of the title. But when you want to reference to something else with a minute or two, that's fine. Like, obviously, Obaseki matter concern this one, but it's not part of the title, it's a reference. You know, in case of next time. Thank you very much for your submission. I'd like us to hear from Mr. Kel. Mr. Kel, thanks for joining us. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Yeah, Najawa, good evening. Please, where I am is noisy. Can I talk
Okay,
after
I'll
the
come
next?
back to you. I'll come back to you. Okay.
Mr. Najawa, can I quickly say something?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Like the comment, I understand the angle Alex is speaking from, but because of the movement at the moment, we don't have to deviate. But my major concern, maybe after the election, Mr. Najawa, I would like you to really talk more about Edo people, apart from the governors in Edo. We the Edo, especially the girls in Edo State, they are lagging behind in terms of education. It pains me every day when I go to different school here in the US. The girls I see are majorly from the Yoruba land. Let me be sincere here. I'm not saying Edo people are not getting educated. At least we are trying. We are very smart people. When I mean smart people, we are the smartest. If there is any way, maybe in future time, please.
Okay, no
don't send us
problem.
to
Let the presidential election be over, then we can focus on that one. That's not a problem. Thank you, my brother. Okay, now the next person that will talk to us right now, Madam Rita just coming in. Madam Rita, please talk to us before Mr. Pansett.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, was I missed?
Oh yes, I forgot you.
Oh, nice.
Madam Rita, I beg, stay there because I was wondering.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, you don't even pass your tongue since self.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Wow. So what are we gonna do now? This man, that the Najatu Mohammed, she's quite a firebrand. I have to give it to her. I don't know if anyone has had her talk. And I think in Nigeria, the people that have a passion for getting Nigeria together needs to start forming alliances, because we are in a struggle. We are in a debt struggle here. And from what I said, and about how Tinubu said if he tried to do anything, that he will be like basically he will die and stuff like that. Man, this is astounding. This is one of the most powerful politicians in the country, and he cannot secure the country. We are in a debt struggle here. There is something seriously wrong with our polity. They tell us that they have a list of funders of terrorism, but they never share it with us. They tell us that the people are stealing our oil. Have you seen anybody being arrested for the oil that has been stolen? None. CBN tells us that they've released money to the banks. Banks are not giving it up because rich people don't want it to be given out. They want more time so they can pollute the polity and have chance to put all the money that they've stolen inside the bank again. Then they talked about this thing too. What was the other one again? This thing. Sure, the whole thing is just astounding the way things are going. And from what that lady described that about her husband, her mother, the whole thing, everybody is scared in Nigeria. Even the most powerful people are scared. Emefiele had to run for how many weeks? Something is going on in this country, and the people are not asking pertinent questions. The people are asleep at the wheels because they are all struggling to eat, and they are all when the moment they show up, they just show them money and they forget about what they are there for. They are stealing our resources every day. Gold, from what this lady is revealing, that our gold, they even have a market for Nigerian gold in Dubai. They are stealing all our stuff. Everywhere we are being robbed. Our military, they are not upgrading it. She's even saying that they should overhaul the entire thing. So we are really in a death spiral here. And I think when Peter Obi says something about held accountable, people just think he's just saying it for the sake of it. He's saying it because he knows he needs people. He needs people to be able to do what he needs to do. If Peter Obi the kind of candidate we think he is, it's going to be a real fight to change whatever is going on inside this country, because there's a lot of silent movers changing all over the place. When we tell people that there are foreign entities operating inside this country, sabotaging our country and making sure things don't change, at least not change enough for us to be able to reclaim our destiny, because they know if Nigeria stands, it's easy for the other African countries to stand. This is a serious problem. We have fuel scarcity. When there is enough fuel coming inside the country, then somehow the fuel doesn't get to the people that need it. Our industries cannot function. Our houses, schools. How do you innovate? How do you build anything if your industries are stagnating because there's no petrol? Even when you manage to get generator, if you are lucky enough to get that, they are killing us slowly, and the whole world is leaving us behind. They are running away from us. We are losing. I said it this morning. Nigeria is losing at least 6 hours a day, maybe more, of productivity. We are losing every single day while the whole world is marching on away from us. We are just developing here a few things here. Talking about quantum computers, age reversing, and all the rest, mass missions, and we are just moving slowly every day, because this is how we have been. That's what is the way the system has been designed to function, inefficiently as possible, so that we don't get out of the rut we are in. If we don't start really coming together, people with like mind needs to start coming together. Otherwise, I said it, our inferiors will rule us. If Tinubu is afraid to be able to do the right thing because he fears that his life will be forfeit, then why is he running for office? Why? You are not a leader. Anybody that wants to run for office that is worried that their life is going to be forfeit and they expect to do the right things, no, those two things are not compatible. This is not a joke business. We are in a death spiral here. And all we are seeing right now is our own fellow people in our, we are seeing a Yoruba man, Hausa man, this here. That's all we are seeing. We don't see what is going on all around us. Military bases surround Nigeria. The whole world is changing all around us. They are all swelling, trying to come in. This one, they are trying to take land here. This one wants to influence this one. This one wants to influence that one. There are big things going on all around us. And we have leaders running for office that are worried about their head. No self-respect cares about that. Because that head you are going to lose it anyway. You're already old. Why are you worried? You've had a big life. You see how selfish some of our people are? If that lady, what she said is true, this is an old man still worrying about his life. And you see, I said it, when I was in Nigeria, when Abiola was in, Tinubu was in London. When others were taking risk with Abacha and going inside prison, and suddenly he came back, somehow he has inherited the legacy of democratizing Nigeria. If he said that, it tells you what I've been saying, that many of our people, they talk about leadership, they don't really understand it. They go in there thinking that it's a kinder play. especially given where we are in our history. Maybe America, you can do that because you already have all the hard work of your forefathers to play on. We don't have that. All we are left with is colonization and enslavement. That's what we have left with. We have to work our way out of that. The leaders that got China out of where they got China of, you think those guys care about their individual life? When you have lived up to 50, 60, 70, 80, and you're still worried? Someone like Tinubu, he should be operating like a kamikaze right now. He shouldn't care. He's lived a full life. This problem is deep. And that lady, even no matter of everything she said, she still even gave Peter Obi's campaign credit that they appear to be and they appear to be trying to say the right things. If Peter Obi can do half of what he said he's going to do, it's going to be a massive change, especially on the security front. And this is why I keep talking about transparency. All the problems we keep having, it always comes from shadows. Nobody knows. Terrorism, only knows who is funding it. Even if we have the list, but we are not going to show you. Petrol, fuel scarcity, we don't know what's going on. Oh, we release money to banks to give to people. Oh no, we don't know what's going on. No. We want to see everything. People should be demanding to see everything. We have to have a very, very high standard. A very, very high standard of wanting to see what our politicians do, and not a week, not 3 days after, in real time. Every single one of them. If your politicians have stolen from you so much, why are you not demanding that? They've been stealing from us constantly. You see why I came here with those two major things. Because I've thought about it. I've looked at so many systems. I've looked at Nigeria, how diverse Nigeria is. Some people were saying we need a dictatorship. But I said the way Nigeria is diverse, the only way this stuff can function is if you have 100% transparency and a robust security. Then the rest will start taking care of itself. This is why everything is linked. Everything is shadowy. That even if a presidential candidate can say that he doesn't have the power to create security policy in Nigeria. Now you wonder why Buhari could not do it himself. Look at this thing. I just discovered that when Ghana took the recent loan from IMF, one of the conditions they gave them was that, which is the normal condition anyway, no further recruitment. What that basically means is that if you're not going to be recruiting, you should be better not start increasing the size of tree and all that nonsense when they're giving you money. This explains, this type of caveat, this type of terms explains why our militaries are thin in almost every black nation. We can't defend ourselves. They can come in, rob us, take all our resources constantly. They discover the mountain of gold in Congo. Oh no, that one. Zamfara. No. Is there oil? Everything belongs to them. Everything belongs to everybody else other than us.
To Nigeria.
Yes.
Insecurity is a business. You heard what she said. Even the military, they're making money from it because of security vote and all of that. So that is why those people that are responsible, are the ones that put Shetima to run as a vice presidential candidate for APC. And that is why
Tunaja, can I also remind you of something, Tunaja?
Cannot develop a strategy. It's not because of the military is not capable. The military is compromised.
Yes, Tunaja, can I remind you of something? Can you remember J.J. Rawlings had to lock these guys up and finish them off in Ghana before Ghana became a little bit stable, a little bit. Our leaders are the one responsible. Our leaders who come out from among us. We have to be holding them accountable, like you said one time here on this platform. There is no insecurity. Our wicked men and women with APC and PDP over the years, they've dealt with us a great deal, working with these foreign powers. Unfortunately, it has led to, like you said something very nice just now, we are being surrounded by military bases, and we don't even know it. We don't even know it. You really have to come from the point of the international studies and diplomacy to know that. Security to your national sovereignty, territorial boundaries. But we don't care because our leaders are busy buying houses, showing off their looted monies, taking it to foreign banks, getting weapons back to kill people at Lekki Toll Gate. This is why we are here on Naija Watch on a daily basis, crying out all we can, so that we can at least stir up people to knowledge. People don't know. For example, they canceled history from our curriculum so that we will not know nothing. Funny enough, some of us already grabbed it before they did. So I stand with you on this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And see, in Ghana gave away one of their. This is one of the reasons why Nigeria is really being pestered right now. Ghana gave away one of their international airport terminal to a foreign military to be using regularly. And I think from what I gather, the militants even came into Ghana recently. Ghana's the security readiness is even worse than that of Nigeria. And Ghana is not, you see, this is why I keep saying, if you leave your door open and everything is, sooner or later, the thief will come calling, And Ghana, they've been living on the wind and the prayer, relying on America. And you saw the Ghanaian president, I don't know how many people that saw that, was in America when, oh my God, our leaders, they are useless. This Ghana president made a speech saying Africans don't need loans from foreign countries anymore. We should stop it. Then he went immediately to go and start talking to this in U.S. Secretary of tell him that Burkina Faso, there is a Wagner group there, and what are we going to do to secure ourselves? And after that, he went on to take an IMF loan that told him not to recruit people anymore. He cannot. When they tell you should not recruit, what that means is that if you have terrorism coming in, you can't increase the size of your military to defend yourself. Otherwise you violate that rule. And then if you default on your loan, all hell breaks loose on your currency, and your country goes into a downward spiral.
Thank you, Tunaja. Thank you.
So all I'm going to say is that first, we have to ensure our military increases its size, no matter what all this nonsense when they talk about this thing, whether they are this thing, stealing money and all the rest. When you have the right size, at least you can. Secondly, transparency and like-minded people need to start working together, because we are in a death spiral here.
If you like, increase the size of your military by 1 million %.
All right,
the leaders of the
please,
military are
we
corrupt,
don't have
you're
time.
not going
We
to
don't
make
have time. Please, thank you, please. Let me quickly acknowledge the people that have super chatted us here. I'm going to start with the first person today. We started from Janet to Sawaro. Thank you very much, Mr. Pansat. Thank you very much. I would really do appreciate this. Thank you so much. I want to be Ferdinand. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate this. And Dr. Alexander Gomez, thanks for becoming a member of Naija Watch YouTube channel. I really do appreciate this. Thank you. Desmond Owadike, thank you so much. Good to have you back. It's been a while. I have not seen you on the comment section. Hope you are doing well and good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat and thanks for the hope, of this fight according to your statement there. Thank you. We are getting there. We are close. And yes, we all are going to have a better Nigeria by the special grace of God. Fingers crossed. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. I believe everybody have contributed. Before I will do a second round, I want us to quickly listen to this video. Then that's when Mr. Pansat will start first. But please, let me do a quick round on this video because the time is already going. We have a few minutes to do this. Let's listen to this. God bless you all.
Tonight, and I have with me Michael Achimogo, the former aide of the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, speaking on corruption allegations. All right, Michael, some people also say you're being used by the ruling party. What do you really hope to achieve with this in the final analysis?
When I left Kingsley Mohalu's campaign after his loss in Abeokuta last year, I publicly announced that I would not be involved in political media for 2023. I'm not working for anybody. People need to understand, before they make these allegations, that it would have been more profitable for me to even blackmail Atiku by, sending him all of the evidences I have, threatening him. After all, his own daughter, Hawa, to whom he owed money and was refusing to pay, had to threaten and blackmail him before he paid. I'm putting that out later tonight. It would have been better for me to do that and collect whatever Atiku had given to me, and then the public would be none the wiser. They have been much more safer for me and my family even. Because by my actions at this moment, my children are not safe. Threats have been made. They have visited my house. My parents are not safe. My siblings are not safe. I knew the implications before I went into this entire thing, you know. There's nobody who needed to motivate me to do this, you know. So I continue to say that it is running away from the crux of the matter if we continue to talk about these things. Because even if anybody did sponsor me, you know, to come out, the fact still remains that Atiku made this confession. What is the position of the law about this? Is it the opposition party that asks his children to confess that they are going to rip Nigeria dry and, you know, steal billions and go and reside abroad like their father does if he wins the presidency? It's very trivial. Sometimes I wonder, what do we really want? And if we continue to, you know, major in the minor, then many other whistleblowers, people with tangible information, would not come out tomorrow and risk their lives like this. I don't expect to come out of this alive. I'm very afraid, but I will carry on until Nigerians come to a point of realization. The goal for me, like I've said, is just two things basically. There was a personal aspect of my transactions with the articles that I will never deny. I do not want young Nigerians like myself. Look around you. There's a lot of young persons who are media aides today, who are special advisors in one field or the other. They are being taken for granted. They are not treated with the respect that is their due. A lot of them are unhappy doing the jobs that they do because of the way they are treated by the political elite. It's my goal is that after this event, nobody takes them for granted anymore. Secondly, that Nigerians do not make the mistake of voting for Atiku Abubakar for president. It will be suicide mission. If that is the only thing I achieve from this, I'm satisfied and fulfilled. Atiku Abubakar will be a disaster politically for this country.
All right, then. If these issues are not addressed and get ignored by the anti-corruption agencies, how will you feel?
I'll feel bad, you know, but I'm a Nigerian. I know I've seen a lot of these things happen where people do these things, especially the elite do these things and get away with it. He's like, as always, he's most likely to get away with this one too. But you see, Nigerians should remember something. For decades, the FBI, former president, and a whole lot of people have said the same thing about Atiku, but there was no evidence, you know. But I have provided the first real evidence, confession, if you will, against Atiku. If Nigeria doesn't, you know, seize this moment to begin to show that nobody's above the law, then it's a pity for the country. My job is done. Truth. Throughout my relationship with him, I always told him that while I can support your presidential bid and work hard towards, you know, your success, but I would rather that you build for yourself a legacy that lives long after you. I did tell him that the only thing people are likely to remember of you when you die will be you know, what Obasanjo has said about you. Why not prove to Nigerians that you are not this person, you know? But I guess to him, becoming president, you know, based on the pressure from his children and his wives, like he himself affirmed to me in that email, is more important. Atiku is not a very young person. Whenever he dies, you know, he wants his children to be, you know, as rich and as powerful as he is. And so sometimes, in a lot of instances in Nigeria, this is how the so-called generational wealth is attained, you know. And so just like, you know, they are doing in Adamawa State, always, you know, hustling for juicy positions. It's what they intend to do when they get to Aso Rock. But like I said to Nigerians, look, this thing is, it's not even rocket science. This man has 31 biological children. 30 of them are adults. All of those adults want to become multi-billionaires. it will put too much of a strain on the resources of this country. Whether you like me or not, does not negate this fact. And if you like your own future as well as your families, as a citizen of this country, you would agree with me that this isn't a luxury you can afford at this time.
Okay. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Meanwhile, I want us to see this one as well before we start talking. Meanwhile, according to what we have here, this is not 1 minute. This is a dressing room of former governor of Zamfara State, daughter's room. Yes, the dressing room. Just watch it.
Amma ɗaki ne ta mai da shi haka? Amma yayi kyau wurin. Wai Allah. Shi ne na ce Salamatu a fara jin kai. A yi domin da gaba mu na Zamfara. A wannan alfara sun yi karfi mu a daidai mu na Zamfara. Salma. Wannan goge wurin aka suka ciro su? A jiya ne da shiga uku kamar kanti. Shi ne na ce nan ba a yi Yusuf din ne. Wurin dressing ne. Amma da wannan suka da wacce iri ɗaya ciki na manara. Haka guda biyu. Ka adashi har ta gano wani abu guda. Sai ai san ɗin guda. Ha ni wani ji adashi har ta gano wani abu guda. Wayyo Allah. Ka aka ce ai shi yasa bikin ma babu wallahi ku je ku shirya. Tsakani da Allah shiri ne ka shirya gani. Kowa ya aini Salamatu ku shirya ai yanzu yana wurin ki. Wallahi shiri yana wurin da mu da Allah. Shi yasa ga anko ku da dinda ban ba da na Allah an hada anko shi. An kai miki. To ai yanzu magana Zamfara ta taso ko ba ta anko a to nan da shirin nan kake kuma da shirin nan ko na Zamfara ba sauki kin gani Allah wallahi ko da Allah Amina dauki ya shirya mu kawai ka ji addu'a juya shi Allah na rance da Allah wai duk sababbi ne nan sababbi ne duk Salamatu oh Allah ina son gayu a kina so kuma yi kyau wallahi billahi ai gayu yayi in kana kuma shi gayu ai sai kana da kuɗi shi matsalar shi kenan Salamatu jiya da kake sayin shi wallahi in baka da kuɗi kai wannan tabi ka yi kyau bari wai an tashi ai miki yawa ko ya yawa aka ce inda ta gama da shi a ko ta gama da shi bai san
Oh my God. All right, my people, now so I see him. I know if guys trying to talk again. Kai. Now, wow. Just the former governor, one of his daughter, na a dressing room with that now that they see just now. Everything.
Is it not fellow Nigerians that have been there admiring it?
So
Nigeria was multiply this times 36 states or times 60 or 33 children, all the governors. This is what they have. It's a competition. All their daughters, all their sons. This is exactly what they have. This way your monies are going. My own money, our money, minus the one they have abroad.
Okay. Because of time, everybody gonna have 3 minutes, please. I must round up when it's 5 hours 35 minutes. So I'm gonna start now with Mr. Pansat, then Mr. Kel. So, Mr. Pansat, good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Please talk to us.
Thank you very much. Let me enjoin the existing protocol. And as far as greetings to the chat session, of course, our chairman, Mr. Elvis. Elvis, let me ask that I be allowed 10 minutes to
No, we can't give you we can't give you 10 minutes, sir, because of time. We're already 5 hours. 5 minutes is fine. 5
what
minutes.
kind of deal can we make?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. You're wasting it now. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. What I would do then is to avoid that last video. It speaks for itself. I'm sure it's outrageous for everybody. So I'll let others talk about that. And the video before that one, which has to deal with Mr. Achimugu, not just a Mugu, but archetype. It's like the personification, embodiment, incarnation, the paragon, the essence of a thing. In this case, Mugu. He is an Achimugu. Okay. If I were him, I would drop that last part of it and just be Mr. Achi, right? So he's run to
TVC that's owned by Tinubu to make allegations against his opponent. Okay. So, and there's some nuggets in what he said. A lot of it is obvious already. But it's too, how should I use it? We addressed this not too long ago. I'm also going to leave that one alone. Let me go to Mr. Tunaija's statement. There are two things that he said there that was of interest to me, which is in Zamfara, as was mentioned by Ms. Najatu Mohammed, they're harnessing minerals right there, gold and all kinds of exotic minerals. And Mr. Tunaija was saying that that's why you have the Boko Haram and the war over there. But you know, that then you should extend that all the way, extend the meaning of what you just observed right there, because that's how you have the Biafran war. Nigerians who come to epiphany like this should say, oh, wait a minute. They discovered oil in the southeast, which is divided today to be called south-south, what they call south-south over there, which is part of southeast. Let's be clear about that. Port Harcourt, for example. That's why we're being divided, and that's why there was a war. That's why we got killed. It's happening every day, everywhere you find minerals that are important at this time, such as this gold in Zamfara. You have the Boko Haram. It's not just that you got terrorists. There's outside dimension. Then, of course, the internal politicians who benefit from it. And that's exactly what it is. When you see your brother from the southeast, remember, but for God's sake, that will be you there. That's what Biafra is. People who say, let's be fair. Biafra is nothing negative like people keep thinking about. It's just a group of Nigerians who say, if you're not going to be fair, we want out. That's all it is. In Zamfara, they're fighting, in Borno, and there are so many exotic minerals. So I want you, when you bring this, when you come into reasoning and you start getting smart, then you extrapolate it to cover the entire activity we have in Nigeria. Why are we sitting like this looking stupid? So that was one observation. And that, of course, touched on Ms. Najatu Mohammed, who is a national treasure. National treasure. She is talking. She's telling us certain things that's normally chalked away as conspiracy theory. He's telling you from the inside. He's telling you about what's his name there, Tinubu, and the Yoruba politics, which is one of the problems we have. Here you have a Fulani woman. This is the second Fulani to tell us the truth. The first one was, let's do a flashback to Mr. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi in an epic article that he wrote to the National Conference on the 1999 Constitution. Remember, they were trying to get a constitution. And in that article, he described the Yoruba politics. I refer everybody to go and Google that article. It's titled, Yoruba Are the Problem with Nigeria. Lamido, Sanusi, Lamido. This is just the truth. This is not trying to divide us. Do we have the best Yorubas who's fought for our rights, especially in the courts and their legal luminaries? We do have that. But when you look at the politics, when you look at the embodiment of this politics for the last, since 1990s, you have Tinubu right there, who they give everything. Like the woman said, Ms. Mohammed, he says, when he sleeps, Yoruba sleep. When he's awake, Yoruba wakes up. He's the embodiment of it, and I believe that. So to just take a paragraph from that article.
Okay, sir, your 5 minutes is up.
Come on. That is just not fair. That is not fair.
But
I can't get a word in here.
But I
gave you don't notice the time. That's the problem.
No. I gave up so that people could speak earlier. I was in the comment section, so when people start leaving, I'll come in. I have to be able to talk. I haven't even said anything that I came here to talk about.
No, but at least you've crossed 6 minutes now. That's what I'm saying.
I am. My watch must be broken because I haven't even talked for a couple of minutes
It's
as far as
always
my watch is
broken.
concerned.
Okay.
I can yield now.
Your watch is broken. Your watch is broken.
Alex, it has
Okay.
to be. I haven't
Okay,
said
we
what
give you another 4 minutes. Everybody, we're gonna time this one. Okay, bye.
all right. I really,
4
really, I
minutes.
do appreciate it. This time, I was really irked by that. Let me say that in that paragraph. Let me just use one paragraph. I was going to read more than that. Sanusi, who in this case is prophetic. Now, remember, this is 1990s. He says the northern bourgeois and the Yoruba bourgeois have conspired to keep the Igbo out of the scheme of things. In the recent transition, when the Igbo solidly supported the PDP in the hope of an Ekwueme presidency, the North and the Southwest treated this as a Biafra agenda. Every rule set for the primaries, every gentleman's agreement was set aside to ensure that Obasanjo, not Ekwueme, emerged as a candidate. Things went as far as getting the federal government to hurriedly gazette a pardon. Now, with this government, the marginalization of the Igbo is more complete than ever before. The Igbos have taken all this quietly because they reason they brought it upon themselves, but the nation is sitting on a time bomb. Now, this article, you must read it because it then has a nexus to this Najatu Mohammed dialogue that we're having here. This woman is a treasure. First of all, she's doing the Yorubas a favor by telling them with the truth on how the Fulanese see the Yorubas. This sounds like a tribal diatribe. No, it's not. This is the truth so that we start healing this country, put it together well. The Fulanese don't love you more than they love anybody else. They're treating you the same way. When Abiola emerged almost to become president, the cabal made sure that it didn't happen. So where is the love coming from? Let's work together. You cannot, in honesty, tell me that you want Tinubu to be the president of Nigeria now, in this day and age. That will be a disaster. This woman is telling you, because obviously they still don't look at people, the thieves, and those over there in the Northeast as anything, right? It's telling you that Shetima is complicit with this Boko Haram activities. He's telling you that. So I am begging those sitting on the fence. There aren't that many people sitting on. You just have evil people. We have a country that's down on the precipice. They're taking this mineral. If you listen to that woman and you don't get upset, you're not a true Nigerian. But you got minerals that are sorted, right? So to Niger, let me conclude by saying another thing that you mentioned, which is the technology, the age that we should be in right now. It's not just what you talked about. You have AI-powered cybersecurity, edge computing, virtual reality and augmented reality, blockchain, robotics. Nigeria is not on any of these. 5G technology, Internet of Things, metaverse, edtech, telehealth, cybersecurity. There's all kinds of things. Quantum computing. We will beat these people. You know, Nigerians are very smart. I gotta tell you that. When we went to high school, when I went to high school in Nigeria, right, lived in a dorm. I know I'm not gonna be prefect. There's always that guy who's going to be the prefect. We know who it is, who has that kind of leadership quality. I like girls. He doesn't like girls, right? When the fashion, I bet you to Nigeria, you don't know what 3 layers is as far as shoes concerned, or poor man's to it. I have some. That senior prefect is not going to have anything like that. He's a straight arrow. He's a leader. It doesn't matter which part of the country you come from. That senior prefect is good. We already know who is going to be the senior prefect. That's like Obi, not Tinubu. Obi is the leader we need to put the country together. He doesn't have any tribal animals, right? And then to top it off, because Obi is the star, but we have Baba Ahmed, Dati. I mean, those two, when you look at them, you're proud to be a Nigerian. Let's hope. So I will not overstay my welcome here. I had a lot more to say, but I'll use it next time. And Alex, thanks for your oratory. And Mr. Elvis, thank you for your courtesy. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Pansa. Thank you, Mr. Pansa. We don't shake table just now. All right.
The guy don't want you. The guy don't want you.
No, he say time break.
Yeah, yes. He said my ritual, my watch must be broken.
Oh wow. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Mr. Kel, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you once again.
Yeah, good evening, Naija Wash.
Thank you, sir. You have 5 minutes.
My first 5 minutes and my last 3 minutes.
No. This is all together.
You know, we have entered politics. Okay, let me try as much as I can. I honestly like what is going on now. This is the politics of the politics. You see, the video you played about the Atiku Gate, the Ashimogu guy, and that of Najat Mohammed, I will link them as one kind of exposés. Now, the Atiku Gate guy, his video, his expose is meant to take out, to decongest Atiku's vote from the South. If you remember what Haruna Goro said yesterday, he said North does not mind corruption, especially when it matters to their own son or when they are going to benefit from that. It doesn't count them, right? So this Ashimogu's expose will not matter to the North, but it will matter to the South. So it will decongest Atiku in the entire South. Then the Najat Mohammed's expose, now the North will, she has said about Tinubu will open the eyes of the people in the North. So the Northerners, Tinubu is definitely going to lose votes from the North based on this expose. Now, when these votes came out of Atiku and the ones came out of Tinubu, where are they going to? The answer is obedience. All right. And since Obi began to go to the North to campaign, I opened Nigerian electoral map to begin to look at the electoral victory, the pathway to victory of all the candidates. And as it stands today, Obi has the more visible electoral path to victory than these two other guys. If you can give me a little time, I will run it down and show us how it will happen. Nigeria has 36 states. And in these 36 states, it must win 2/3 of those 36 states, which is 24 states, including Abuja. Now, when I say win means it must get at least 25% of votes cast in each of these 24 states, minimum. When you come to the Southeast, we have a Southeast and South-South. We have 11 states in the Southeast and South-South. Obi has those 11 states as his own state he has won. That is, he will win the most number of votes cast in these states. Atiku doesn't seem to have a state in Southeast and South-South he can boast of 25%. Maybe except Delta. Tinubu does not have a state in the Southeast and South-South where he is guaranteed of 25% at all. That is out for him. Then when you come to the Southwest, which is Yoruba state, we have 6 states. Obi stands the chance of getting 25% of votes cast in each of these states. And he stands the chance of winning outrightly Lagos or come close second to Tinubu. That is 6 plus 11, that is 17 states. When you come to North Central, where you have the FCT, the only person that has a path of victory there is Obi. Obi can win Benue. Obi can win Nasarawa. Obi can win Plateau. Obi can win 25% in Kogi. He may not get 25% in Kwara. Now, when you go up north, Obi stand a chance of winning Kaduna State. That is getting highest number of votes cast in Kaduna State. Or he come close second. Obi will win more than 25% in Kano. Obi, we are seeing what is happening in Gombe. We are seeing what is happening in Borno. Obi will get 25% in Gombe. He will get 25% in Borno. So when you look at this state, you find out that Obi had packed victory. Atiku can win the votes in the north. North is only 19 states. 19 states cannot make him president. But he cannot actually win 19 states because he will be Benue State, Nasarawa State is part of the north. So just say for Atiku, he can win or he can get 25% of votes cast in 17 states of northern states. Atiku will not win in Southwest because Tinubu is there. No matter however we look at this election, it's going to go tribal. Because if you look at Yoruba, even if you put a goat there, some Yorubas will go and vote that goat because that goat is a Yoruba. So Atiku will not make it in Southwest, but Obi will make it in Southwest. So when you look at this electoral map, if we have chance, maybe from tomorrow, we can look at Nigerian state by regions and begin to look at the pathway to victory of every candidate. You find out that Obi stand a chance of winning this election outright in one ballot. And he's going to have the highest number of votes cast. So he will win more than 24%, 24 states, including Abuja, that is FCT, and he will also win the majority of votes cast. That's the way I look at it. So all this thing that is happening now, I expect more crisscrossing. I expect more cross-carpeting. That this is the election. This is the season. It's called politics. People will get out. People will jump in. Some people will go into another party to stay as a mole to destabilize that party. So a lot of things will happen in these 29 days remaining for this election. So let's look at it as a politics. You know, you don't win an election with common sense. In election, in politics, 1 + 1 is not always 2. It can mean another thing. So from what is happening, it is good for us. It is good for obedience. Let them keep fighting dirty. As they are fighting dirty, voters are coming to obedience. That's my submission for now, Mr. Najawo. Thank you very much.
God bless you, my brother. God bless
Thank you for your thank you for your analysis, sir.
Right.
That was wonderful.
Elvis, I want to join you.
No question. No question, sir. Sorry.
I want to join your voice. I'm joining your voice to tell this brother thank you. Thank you.
Good. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Mr. Kerr, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I wanted to say, if you can, maybe from going forward, let's begin to look at electoral map and begin to see as Obi is progressing in the north. Let's begin to discuss the pathway to victory of each of these candidates as per zones and states.
You have to come on time as well. Not this kind of time. You know, you came late today. It's already 5 hours something. So in case of tomorrow, if we need to talk about this, at least the first 1 hour of the show, if we can dive on that, that would be nice.
Naija, what can I make an observation and a suggestion?
Okay.
When it gets to your time.
Can I make an observation and a suggestion?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
To make is that we are always on the backstage here, and sometimes our job does not allow us to come online. But you know that you only have 10 spaces, and sometimes people make their contribution very eloquently in the first few hours, but they don't leave, they stay, and that prevents us from coming on time. So I don't know how you want to do it so that more people can come on time, because you can we can only be 10 people at a time.
If you know it happens like that, you want to come in and the screen is filled up, just write on the comment section. We will see it here. That please, can I come in? The screen is filled up. then I will know who I'm taking out and bringing you in. I can't just remove somebody and I don't know who is going to replace that person. It might be somebody at the end of the day, I'll start regretting why I asked somebody to leave. So if it happens like that and you know that they have contributed, write on the comment section that the screen is filled up, somebody have contributed, please can I come in? Then I'll understand. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I would like us to move on now to Madam Rita. Madam Rita, please talk to us.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to refer back to two things here, and I'll be very fast. With what Tunanja was saying, the truth is that, everything that happens in your house is only somebody in your house that will allow an outsider to know that there's diamond in your house. So whatever it is that we are going through in all the states, both the invisible ones that we don't know, that the likes of Agbado are scared of, definitely we all know they are foreign bodies. I mean, from different countries. When you talk about oil bunkering, the money goes, or the crude oil goes to various countries. And former House of Rep member EJ Agbanaima has come out to say the different countries where these crude oils are coming from. Now we have government and we have powerful people coming from all these foreign countries, Europe, North America, and Asia. In fact, all continents. So these are the foreign bodies, and sometimes we actually need to look at history in order for us to help ourselves. If you look at the history of Che Guevara of Cuba, see what happened. If you look at Patrice Mulumba of Zaire that has been split to Congo, you can see what happened. It's all backed up by foreign invasion because of what they need to gain from these countries. And Nigeria is just a typical example. Now, what have we learned from that? We have learned that, okay, we have traitors, selfish and greedy people within the country, within the corridors of power, taking advantage of the resources for their own personal aggrandizement. Now, what do we do about that if we know about these people? We need to elect a brave, selfless leader with like the person of Peter the Rock Obi, not some selfish analog person that has been in the system since some people were even born. We've been hearing their name to date. So, and it is not really easy. It takes a very brave person to stand and say, you know what? I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to take the bull by the horn. And at least with time, 80% of it will be solved. And if you get to 80%, you know that it's just 20%. It will be very easy to conquer. So that's why Nigeria should be very serious in this election. We need a very serious, selfless, brave leader. And that is, and somebody who is I would say, Nigeria needs a benevolent dictator, a kind, let me break it down, a kind dictator. That is what a country like Nigeria needs. Some people might disagree with me, but that's what I think, is my opinion. And Peter the Rokobi is the only man standing that can do
I
that.
can never
He's the
agree
only
with you
man
more on
standing.
that. I agree with you, Madarita.
You
I
know,
agree with you.
so when we start making postulations and talk like what Tunaja said, Tunaja, I respect your opinion, but sometimes it's not just about bashing and bashing, but we need to like explain it more in depth so that people will actually get the picture. You understand? If people will actually get the picture of what is really happening. Apart from these foreign invaders, we have internal invaders. But if we can nip nip them in the bud, then we can now gather together and deal with the outsider. That's just the only way Nigeria can be free from gold, from oil, from mineral, just name it. That's just the only way. And the more people get powerful with money, the more external armies they have, the more mercenaries they have. So that's why it's very difficult, like somewhere in the Congo where war will never stop, because we have different guerrilla groups all over. We have people from different countries supplying them with weapons. So that's what's playing in Nigeria. That's the truth. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't have a very short time.
Your short time, you don't use that finishes, madam. Eh?
Sorry.
Okay, Roy, round up in 30
You're
seconds.
interrupting me now. You've taken like 50 seconds from interrupting me.
Go ahead. Now, 30
Okay. The pathway to victory. This is last. I'm not going to comment on Achinogu and Najatu Achinogu. They're coming out. This is God intervention was working. So I'm not going to talk about that now. From the last speaker, he said the pathway to victory. That was the key word for me. I think the pathway to victory is not just analysis about what states we are winning, how receptive Peter Rock Obi is in the different states that he goes to. I think the pathway to victory is doing the work. We got to do the work. Forget about the analysis now. At least for now, when we get close to the election, then we can do the analysis. But we got to do the work first before the analysis. That is my opinion. And what do I mean by doing the work? Ask you, just like what I think somebody said earlier, if we're a certain number of millions in diaspora, you know the number of people you can reach, then you know the number of people that can vote. You understand? We're still talking about getting your PVC. Whatever it is you can do to encourage people to get their PVC, please keep doing. We cannot give up. It's annoying to beg people to collect their PVC, but what can we do? We're at a crossroads, but we have to make lemons out of the. We have to make lemonade out of the lemon. So we got to do the work. Forget about analysis. Do the work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Tiobala, please use your 3 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I would like to start with the last one that somebody just talked about here, discussing this analysis of a thing. Like what Madarita just said, I think I also told that line. Because there are other platforms where they do analysis. Until now, they are still confused. See, tomorrow, the analysis they did 3 months ago is no longer the analysis of today. The point I just want us to do, because I've been saying it over and over again, that we should call our family member back home, like what those somebody just said here on the platform, that if we have 3 million, 6 million, the case may be, they can call your family back home. It's very important we told that line. It's very, very important. You that is listening to me, at least call your family back home, your friend. At least you have people you talk to. As far as I'm concerned, I've been able to talk to many people in Nigeria. At least they also they are seeing it every day on my DP. The Labour Party logo is there. It's just a commitment I just want to do, not the election. So it's very important we do that. If people 50 people can be view your profile, 150 people can be view your profile, or 200 as the case may be. And the more they see all those logos, the better it is for the Labour Party. These are the commitment we need to do. Every other point is valid. And going back to the article gate guy, what's it called, the Achimogu or so, I will also compare that guy, like what somebody said here, with that of the APC woman that came out. As far as I'm concerned, they are doing not a great favor. But with this guy, is clear that he's working for Ahmed Bola Tinubu. But irrespective of who they are working for, they should keep exposing themselves. But Nigeria should be wide this time around to know the kind of leader they want to elect, because it's very important. Going back to Peter Obi manifesto, if you go, I can't remember this particular agenda, the number in particular. It says so many things regarding technology. Why I'm saying all this in essence is that because we talk about foreign bodies, we talk about militaries and all of that. The major problem we are facing in today's Nigeria is internal, not really external. Because if we can keep our house okay, we'll be able to safeguard our own mineral resources and every other thing. Definitely, no external body can come in. So the problem we have been having over the year is leadership failure. If we can have a leader that is prudent, that is proactive, and that is taking every necessary measure into consideration, I think every other thing will be a thing of the past. Then we start thinking of talking about foreigners and all of that, but everything must be put into consideration. When Pastor was talking, he said so many things here and to Nigeria. The bottom line here in essence is that I want to use this opportunity to beg every Nigerians, because Peter Obi said so many things regarding human capital development. We are not going to wait for Peter Obi to be elected president before we can start doing our own part. So I want us as an individual, there are so many people back home who have given up in education. You have them in your family, you have them as a friends. Call them, encourage them, because that is the pathway to go. Education must not necessarily mean you going back to the university. There are so many ways you can be educated.
Okay. Round up in 30 seconds, please.
Okay. So that when Peter Obi comes in, we can have employable youths to be able to feed in those positions to carry on the development. Otherwise, we will be back to square one. That is the point I just want to make. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for your idea. and submission. Thank you. All right, I would like us to quickly move on now to Niger. Please, to Niger, use your 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Yes. All I can do is say what I know and what comes to mind in the time I didn't write a speech. The truth is, we all of us that know about the problems of the country, we need to be putting our heads. Talking can get us as far, and we need to be physically be involved on the ground, not only to be building houses, to be getting involved. And I think that our people, 50-70% of our people should do technology, not only software technology, building stuff. We need to start learning how to make things. And all our youths going through NYSC or through any other national and organization like that, they should be given military training, because this country, we are in a struggle here, and if we don't wake up to it, it's going to swallow us. And this idea where some people say, just because your house is burning, you shouldn't mention the arsonist, is a strange analogy. You should mention the arsonist, because when Al-Qaeda attacked America, America didn't say, oh, it's our fault, we shouldn't worry about Osama bin Laden, let's worry about ourselves. No, both sides are also, you have to elucidate where the problem is coming from. You can't pretend as if foreigners or other people are there to work for us. It's not their fault. They are not being evil. They are just doing what they need to do. They cater for their own. We are supposed to cater for our own. That's what we are supposed to do. I'm not calling them evil for doing it. They are doing what they are supposed to do. We have not done what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to go in, focus on our security, focus on our transparency. If you want to go further, some people will argue, focus on your enforcement of laws and technology. The two things that got us into trouble, that we made the gravest mistake from. We had so many things that we got right. The things we got mostly wrong was security and technology. We never recovered till now. And every single one of us, even if you are old, young, even if you can just learn a little bit, it creates an environment where technology prospers and this thing innovates. And that is what we need to be getting into. Instead of worrying about going to church every Sunday, God has given you the brain. Learn what your fellow human beings have learned. On the internet, you can get the knowledge. So like I will always end it with this one. No matter what anybody tells you, your security is paramount. If you don't have it, some other person, all your hard work, you're just working for other people. It's just that simple. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you very much to Niger. Thank you.
Can I just quickly make a comment?
Because of time, you have 30 seconds, please.
Yeah, just in addition to what Niger said, for us to get our technology right, we have to get our educational system right. Very important. It's a debate for another day. Thank you.
Exactly. It's for another day. Better. It's better that way. Okay. I'd like us to move on now to Son of Man. Please use your 3 minutes.
Yo, thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. Okay, so what I have to say is that take a look at what is happening for those of us that live in the Western world. If you take $50,000 now, go to the car dealership that you want to buy a car, and you pay $50,000 cash, immediately FBI will track you. They will start investigating you. Yeah. But how come our politicians, we come here and we buy a house of $500,000, $1 million, and yet, they do that multiple times? I believe that's because the Western government and the Western authority are accomplices to, the corruption that goes on in Nigeria. Therefore, the only way to tackle this corruption that has eaten deep into the country is to elect leaders, that will be patriotic to the country, that are not corrupt themselves. That way, we will have leaders that will not allow the Western world to influence them in propagating corruption. With regards to the video by the Atiku Gate guy, yesterday or a few days ago, we had Dr. Aruna here, and he told us clearly that the North does not look at corruption. you know, as a factor to determine whether they are going to vote for somebody or not. So therefore, I want to agree with our brother that said that the expose is going to decline the votes from the South, and likewise the what is happening with Najatu is going to decline the votes from APC. When those two votes are declined, that gives us more edge to arrive to the destination. So without wasting much of our time, I will let the next person talk because I believe I have made my point. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you, son of man. Thank you very much for your submission. Victor Niger for B, please use your 3 minutes, please.
Am I the last person?
No, you're not the last person.
Okay, allow somebody to talk, then
Okay.
I'll talk last.
Okay, then, yeah. All right, then. Mr. Alex, please use your 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, thank you. What Theobala said, I want to tell you the roots, because you cannot develop without history. In 1967, before the Civil War, in 1966, Ojukwu called for a conference for us to exist as neighbors because of the conquest-oriented nature of the northern Nigerian people, lack of movement or development. This is the root. We have not recovered from that 1970 no victor, no vanquished declaration. The people that got Nigeria on the platter of gold were illiterates, the likes of Gowon, the likes of Obasanjo, Babangida, Buhari. These were lieutenants. They were illiterates. Ojukwu was the only history graduate from Oxford. So our leaders got it wrong, and it has affected us even in the 1970s when the likes of Singapore and Taiwan and Malaysia came to us, begging us for monies and a way to allow them to grow their economy. We refused to learn technology from them. So our leaders have been the ones, thwarting our educational progress. We have a set of leaders. You cannot give what you don't have. So we've had a set of leaders that have never been educated, and they don't love their citizens. So that is the root, and we must raise a set of leaders like Japanese did in 1940s after the Nagasaki and the Hiroshima bomb blast. They raised a set of international diplomacy students. They call them diplomats to engage the Western world on their relationship, on things they want, things they don't want, on education, on international relations, and so on and so forth, on trade balancing, and so on and so forth, on technology exchange, on knowledge, and so on and so forth. So we have a set of leaders who Ojukwu also called a set of animals, set of baboons that don't care. So what we have now, Mr. Obi, have to come up and employ people based on merit and send them to the international community to renegotiate our, international relationship. If we have to continue with this mess, this what I call Western powers invasion, like someone said, internal invasion by the Fulanis, and the Americans and the Western world, the French are flying private jets every day into Zamfara, taking our gold to Dubai and France. We need leaders that are among us, that are vibrant, that are young, that are educated, leaders that are very patriotic, that are willing to lay their lives down and discuss with these people at the so-called United Nations, African Union, and the European Union, and so on and so forth. Before that will be done, you must build your internal strategies, your development, electricity, build your roads, build your citizens, invest on human capital development. You cannot give what you don't have. So the likes of Tinubu and Atiku and Obasanjo and Buhari, Dokabale, Danjuma, of course, they've been a set of human beings that I don't know where they came from, because they are military brought up children. Ojukwu used to point his pen at them those days in the military council of the 60s. That when I talk, you don't talk. I am your senior because he is the only graduate among them. So guys, we cannot run away from the basic education. This is not, when it comes to progress and development, you cannot say education is not everything. Times have changed. We are not in the 1897 anymore. We are at the era where the world is global. We need to raise people with merit, people who can stand and speak for us, people who can look eyeball to with the US and tell them this is what we want as a nation. So until we do that, we are not ready. Please get your PVCs and let's vote for Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you.
Thank you.
15 seconds, please. I missed something that I wanted to ask. 15 seconds. if you see, the reason why I say technology is the key, everything else you learn, technology is taking over. Don't bother with law, don't bother with any other
You
thing,
know,
because technology
Niger
is taking
was
over everything. All
to
Nigerians
Niger.
are heading in that direction.
All right.
Thank you.
You are right, but I'm telling you, the solution of how we can get there. It's leadership and employing the right people on the right positions. Young and vibrant, intelligent people who wants to do the job, not corrupt
I have
criminals.
somebody on the phone. Mr. CM, thanks for calling through the phone. You only have 1 minute, sir, because we are rounding up now.
Hey, wow. Well, good evening, everybody, and good evening, Niger Watch.
Thank you, sir.
It's quite a spirited debate, but that's what it should be, because that is Niger Watch. So what I want to say is this: I listened attentively to Najat Mohammed's interview. It's quite revealing. I heard what Pansat read out. That is also in tangent with what Najat Mohammed was saying. So all in all, like what Two Niger said, Alex, and all the debate going on, yes, they're all correct. We need to organize ourselves. But the contradiction I always want to throw in about Nigeria is that Nigeria is a country of different people with different value system. And because of that different value system, that tends to negate the essence of our march forward. That's why I won't take the time, that's why I will urge Mr. P2B, the moment he gets to work with production to consumption to production, let him not overlook the founding document of any given country, our constitution. We need to bring a new constitution into being. Not that we are going to disperse, but the one that we make it imperative that every area we develop according to its own pace to reduce friction, and then there will be competition. So that is exactly what we need as a nation. Because when that understanding is there, the energy will be released. We know a lot of things we can achieve. There's no two way about that. The world is waiting for Nigeria. But to give us that understanding, we must have a founding instrument in which everybody will have a buy-in, so that nobody will feel left behind. It doesn't stop us from achieving our economic miracle, but then we must be able to develop. The issue about education should be decentralized. It does not mean everything cannot be at the center. That is bringing friction, where some people will feel that, they are being left behind. No, you develop at your own pace. When you see what the other person is doing, you pick up. It's as simple as that. So that is where I want to leave it. I'm enjoying the debate. No doubt.
Thank you.
Not to mind that I should have been part of the panel. Don't worry.
That's fine.
Sooner than later, I will take my position again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Yes, I would like us to hear from Son of Man, right? Was you I called earlier on?
Yeah, Son of Man. Thank you very much.
And you were busy, right?
No. It's not me. I have to be truthful.
No, you don't fair talk now. You don't fair talk.
Now the other guy.
Somebody I called earlier. Okay, that means everybody.
Make you give us 3 minutes now.
No. The time is over. The time is over.
Now that was because of my honesty. Now I can get 1 minute. I want to say something.
I give all of Una 10 minutes. Manage it. Everybody.
Okay.
I will not moderate it. Everybody use 10 minutes. Manage it.
Yeah, let me start. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute.
So
Mr. Glover, we're Africans. We have to go by age now. When we do something.
I won't support you now. You want small with I won't talk now. You I won't even support. I won't give you the floor. Let me go by my elders.
I call Madam Rita. Let's start ladies first. We'll start with Madam Rita.
Go ahead.
Thank you. The most gentle man I've ever known so far in Nigeria. Thank you very much, sir. Domo, sir. I still go by what I said. Nigeria needs a benevolent dictator, and we need to walk the walk, right? We all need to put our hands together, put our ideas together. There's no idea that's stupid. There's no idea that is not important, no matter how small it is. We need your support. We need to work. We need to start calling our mothers and fathers. You see all these things we watch on Arise and Channels TV are the elites that watch TV. They have TVs in their offices. They have electricity, at least 80% electricity. Many of the voters don't have access to this information, except when we share it on our WhatsApp, and they don't put on their data all the time. So we need to do the work, call our mothers, our fathers, and tell, 'cause those are the electorates. Those are the ones that are vulnerable. Those are the ones that are easily cajoled. We need to sink it in their medulla oblongata. Tell them it's Peter the Rock Obi. It is Labour Party. Tell them about the logo and give them reasons why they should vote for Peter the Rock Obi, why they should go for Labour Party. Thank you.
That is a good one. For me anyway. Because I will need to be stepping out soon. So
Tunaja, stick to 2 minutes, please. Okay.
No, I'm not going to speak for long at all. I've said everything stuff I've got to say. So see, regarding that what that lady said and all the stuff that I've been talking about earlier on, we seriously need to start actioning things on the ground in Nigeria. Because what I find is that when she said that somebody like Shetima State, somebody started Boko Haram, guess what happened? It metastasized, describing cancer, and it became a serious problem that became bigger because somebody hijacked it and used it as a tool. What I find is that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are instruments of state already. We need to figure out how we can get within the systems and start changing it. No matter what risk it takes. If you are worried about your head, don't come close, because the people that are going to do are the ones that are going to be willing to forfeit their life for the country and for the future of their children. Because this struggle we are in here is not just about politics. This is about survival here. The people that are doing this, they are doing it in such a way that we cannot see it clearly. But we need to, because it's happening all around us. And if we embrace our security, embrace transparency, and embrace technology, in terms of this, what Rita said about benevolent dictator, the reason why I go for transparency, so that we can be able to maintain our democracy, and so that if necessary, we even make it more advanced than what we have in the West, instead of going backward toward dictatorship. What tends to happen with dictatorship is that somebody will say, oh, that guy is the guy ruling our country. And then that could become a problem and it could lead to instability. But if you have a more robust democracy that we can communicate with ourselves very well, everybody knows we are all on the same page, it will be hard to divide us. Thank you.
Okay, so I figure if you don't use a conjunction, because you use that a lot, but you're never going to stop. So let's go to Theobala, then Ms. Omoye's corner.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Pansat and everyone. First of all, when we are talking about development, there are two key things that we must do and we must get right. Like what Alex said, leadership. We must get the leadership right. That's the more reason this 2023 election is crucial. Thereafter, we'll start planning the method and the way to go about it. If you think back 20, 30 years ago, you'll find out that the Chinese, the Singapore and all of that, they were not where they are now, They started sending people, educating their own citizens. So what we must do as a Nigeria now is for us to elect Peter Obi, because it's the only hope we have now. After we are succeeded in doing that, every other thing will fall in place, because our education system will start working. Our curriculum that look like that is lying in comatose now, we wake up. Everything will not be working in the right direction. Otherwise, whatever thing we are saying here, without getting the leadership right, is going to be disastrous. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Omoye's corner, and then Mr. Bulaba.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Pansad. You're hosting. That's wonderful. All the guys should give up time. I'm sorry?
I took over by force here.
Well, it's good. He needs the help. Mr. Elvis needs help. All the guys here, Mr. Tunaja especially, I want to see him host. Because when they talk, they use energy till they talk. I'll make it come host. So that you know go fit talk too much like that. But anyway, I agree. You know what I mean? Let him come out. I want to see as you go take host of this panel. All of us.
Okay, Tunaja, you take over hosting after Somoye's corner. Let's see what you do.
No, not now. He has to host from beginning to end, not the small portions. No. Everybody should take a roll call here. Theo Ballard should take time to host. Two Nigeria should take time. Mr. Alex said, me, I want to see Mr. Alex host. Whether you'll be shouting on all of us that day, I want to know.
That's a good idea.
Mr. Pansat, Mr. Kel, Bulaba, everyone should host. Sister Rita, if she has the time, would be nice to see everyone host so we can assist Mr. Elvis. So, all I'm going to say, and my own, no, they pass one song. Now, no, so only one song. Now they sing when sweet pass. Now it be, if no be Labour Party, if no be Papa, Mama, and Pikin, every other one na counterfeit. You see all these brilliant ideas when everybody don't share, including the one to Nigeria talk. And I, by the way, to Nigeria, I agree with you, even though I did vehemently they disagree sometimes. But on this one, I agree with you to a very large extent. But before we feel even all these bright ideas when they share, feel even happen for Nigeria. Guess what? We need a common sense person. In the person of Peter the Rock Obi of Labour Party, Mama, Papa, and Pikin. You see how accessible he is? Not be you fear, not be to Nigeria ask a question that all of us they look at. Accessible, somebody you can approach, somebody that's relatable. When you feel say, my people they suffer, guy, what you they do? Now we vote you in. When they happen, what's up? Somebody like that, we need someone that's relatable that we can make demands on. I joined Aisha Yusuf on as soon as, including Nigeria Watch, as soon as the man is sworn in, we are on top of his case. Because you see, everything that we've now come to know, all the exposures, none of us can feign ignorance here. We must ensure that we give it our 100%. It is now or never. We cannot afford to miss this once in a lifetime opportunity to vote the right person. Peter Obi could have come from any part of Nigeria, but God can't do it from east he come. So anyone that is, I don't know whether anybody see they sit for fence. I felt talking before when I felt talk. I don't know. But for those, right, that are still standing by the fence and don't know what
All
they're
right,
doing.
we have
I don't know
2
what
minutes
else.
to round up. We have 2 minutes to go.
Okay, no wahala. Okay,
hours.
ma yield then. Vote Papa, Mama, and Pikin, Labour Party. Simple and short. Thank you.
All right, the remaining 2 minutes. I don't know who is talking because we need to round up now.
Yeah, it's me. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. So what I want to say, everyone has spoken correctly and rightly. I believe the growth of the nation begins with electing, the most competent and capable leader in the person of Mr. Peter Obi. Thereafter, we will need to restructure the country in such a way that going forward, we'll have a system whereby only competent and capable leaders are going to mount the helm of affairs. And for the first time, I want to say I agree that with Mr. Tunanja, because he has now inculcated technology into one of the tools that are needed, because if you employ 1 million or 10 million military and you don't have technology, I'm sorry, because you will not be able to accomplish much. So I want to thank you, Mr. Nanja.
But my brother, sorry, Nigerian government.
Mr. Alex, if nobody don't never talk, I want your luck, so it's better. Mr. Pansa, please use your 1 minute. I don't have the time. I want close now.
All right. It's okay.
Mr. Alex, you want me to yield you my 1 minute, or you're gonna wait? You want to talk?
Okay, thank you. I just want to know that Mr. Tunaja and that other guy, we have a lot of billions of naira budgeted for technology in our budget every year in our military. Where are these technologies? The drones, the fighter jets, where are everything? Where are these gadgets? So it's not about technology now, it's about the transparency. Transparency is the problem here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time with us today. I appreciate every one of you. Yes, now God bless you. Now, every one of you that have supported us today, that have shared this video, we have 69 shares. I want to say I'm grateful for that. Thank you. I appreciate you all. And we have 510 likes across. That's wonderful. Thank you very much, my people. And for those of you that have super chatted us, thank you so much. Janet Sawaru, thanks very much. Mr. Pansa, thanks very much. I want to be Ferdinand, thanks very much. Dr. Alexander Gomez, thanks for the membership. God bless you, sir. Desmond, 1DK, thank you very much. I appreciate you all my panelists. I want to say we are very, very grateful having you all here. We all are learning together, learning from each other's, talking about the things that's affecting us every day here. Trust me, it's a great, great awareness. Thank you. I can't thank you all.
Mr. Elvis, please, before you can, you want to close
Please,
right now.
please, I'm still talking. Whenever I'm giving my last delivery, I don't really like interjecting. Please, you know, it's very wrong. Please, I don't like it. Thank you. My commenters, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support always. Please, before you guys leave, just help me to share this broadcast if you know you have not done so, and hit on the like button as well. And if it's your first time on this platform, don't forget to subscribe with us, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we are here. You know, a lot of people, or rather, some people like to be on a live chat while you are talking, and they can communicate straight away. Why some like to watch it later on after the broadcast? So depend on what you like. If you like to watch it later on, that's fine. You don't really need the notification bell. But if you know you like to join us on the live broadcast, yeah, hit the notification bell, because some of you do reach out to us sometimes after the broadcast have ended, saying that, oh, hello, Nigeria Watch, I beg, can I contribute? I'll say, our broadcast don't end 2 hours ago, madam. You know, many of you have done that. So the reason why is that you don't really know the difference between live broadcast or a video that is already done with. Anyway, thank you very much. Somebody wanted to say something before, please.
Yeah, Naja, I'm sorry. Pardon my my rude interruption when you were speaking. Because I know that when you go offline, it's difficult to get you. I sent you a message concerning following up with the camera people that are willing to, cover the election. So I've not heard from you with regards to that. So,
Okay. I'll check it. I'll get back to you. It might be tonight or tomorrow on that. Thank you so much. May God bless you, my brother. This is togetherness, is what I'm talking about. Let everybody join here together to make this happen. If we can be live in more than 10 locations or 20 or 30 on that particular day, that would be nice. So that we can get busy from beginning to the end. That very day, trust me, we are going to be live from morning till night until we get the results. Don't worry. Immediately we hit on the hours I want, another live broadcast, we start and move everybody to the other one. So we're going to get busy. By the special grace of Almighty God, we all will join energy together to encourage each other to achieve this together. Thank you very much, my people. Now we could draw the curtain. I'll say, have a good night. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do for us. We appreciate you always. Good night, my people. God bless you all.
Thank you, Najawo.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. Go there, biza. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. But I know they do competition with anybody. Forgive me, show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. I don't need to competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan.
I offend you, forgive me. Oh. Tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí o, ẹ fẹ́ jókòó. Alákọ̀bí, Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí. Alákọ̀bí, Sábà Mẹ́la. Anybody? Anybody? Any bobo 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 bobo? Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti kíníṣí. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o,